A few months ago, a good friend of mine who owns the Remax office on Matlacha, and knowing I'm a drone enthusiast, asked if I would capture some aerial footage of Matlacha, which I happily agreed to do. In this video, you can see the thriving Matlacha that made it such a unique tourist destination. As Florida Living magazine writes in A Spot on the Road, the history of Matlacha is less than 100 years old. The village got its start around 1926 when Lee County bought a bridge from a town east of Fort Myers called Alva and decided to put it between the Mangrove Islands west of present-day Cape Coral. The county had to dredge fill from Matlacha Pass to create approaches to accommodate the single-lane swing bridge. The fill became an island. People who had lost their homes to the stock market crash of October 1929 were drawn to the area by moderate temperatures, protected waters teeming with free food, and of course, free land. At first, these squatters pitched tents or lived out of their cars and trunks, but soon began building makeshift wooden shacks with thatched roofs. Clapboard houses on wooden stilts slowly popped up to combat flooding from extreme high tides or tropical storms. Over time, a full-scale fishing industry developed on this still unclaimed land, which became known simply as the Fill. Lee County tried to evict the inhabitants, but lost the court battle, and the former squatters became landowners as a result of adverse possession, and thus the fishing village of Matlacha was born. That was until September 28, 2022, when Hurricane Ian reclaimed the Fill that had become Matlacha. The day after the storm, my friend, not being able to reach their Matlacha office, asked if I would attempt a drone flyover to get eyes on. It was immediately obvious why the road into Matlacha had been closed by authorities. There was no longer a road. Locals with boats jumped into action and began shuttling survivors off the island. The governor of Florida and local businesses pulled out all the stops, and 3 days after the storm had refilled the fill, and Matlacha once again had a road connecting both sides of the causeway. Rescue and recovery efforts could now take place in earnest. 1 month later, we went back to see how Matlacha was progressing. As we exited our truck, we were hit in the face with the smells of death and decay. Whether it was from critters who could not make it out, pets who were left behind, or yet undiscovered residents buried under mud and debris, the scent was palpable and cloying. The cleanup is well underway, however, but this will be a long road back to the colorful tourist spot on the road. However, I have no doubt that it will recover, and will be even more beautiful and thriving than it was before. Coastal Floridians are a tough and resilient breed.